Hello everyone, Daniel Kerr here. So welcome to the third edition of the creating a live set from scratch, creating three different versions of a psydub track that is at 160 BPMs in D minor. I did the Korg ESX first, I did the Korg ES2 second, and now is the Akai Force. So first we're going to get into Ableton and we're going to create some clips. Now, because the Akai Force is not limited to mono samples like the ES2 and ESX, and because it's not limited to a bar length, we're going to be able to do bigger and more evolving pieces. So there's going to be a lot of pads, a lot of synth work, and I'm not going to have to dump these into Audacity at the end and create mono samples for use in the Force. I'm still going to do that because in the Metaforming sample pack where all this stuff is available, I want to make sure that you can use these clips in the other pieces. But for this specific thing, we're not going to need to do that. So let's get into Ableton and let's get started. Alright, so I'm grabbing a Surge. It's one of my favorite freeware VSTs. Dropping it in, and I'm just going to scroll through some presets and find something that I like and just lay down some clips. In D minor, of course. As you can see, this is 16 bars long. Just scrolling through, grabbing some things that I like. Tinkling around a little bit. Really enjoying the idea here of being able to use bigger and wider stereo stuff in the Force. It's going to really add a lot to the overall composition. As I lay down these clips, I end up freezing them and then dragging them to audio tracks, which is what I've done. If you look over here in the bass and pads, I've named the tracks this time. I'm getting better at this, basically. Moving notes around, messing with envelopes. I have grouped this instance of Surge and I've added Alchemy so I can overlay two VST synths at the same time. Almost like a 12-string guitar there. Grabbing an instance of D Blue Glitch number 2. And the Melda Flanger. Now, as I'm going to record this as into an audio track, as you can see, and that way I can scroll through presets and use the random feature inside of Melda Flanger in real time. Adding a wave shaper and an arpeggiator. Throwing down a little bass line. Wave shaper is a nice distortion piece. Messing with some of the presets. Changing the settings. I've added a Dragonfly reverb here. Another VST, a free VST reverb. I really like this reverb, but I don't think I As you can hear, it's big and it's lush. It sounds good. It just doesn't fit what I'm going for. Actually, I end up adding the auto filter at the end, and it takes the edge off the reverb. Really makes it big. It sounds muted like a cave reverb. Here I've used the volume envelope to get like a trance gate, like a stutter. Add some reactor, go to carbon, scroll through some presets. Automate the filter a little. Freeze. Like a heavy bass stab, I'm adding some Rough Rider and some Surge XT effects. The combulator is kind of a very fast modulation, and with that Rough Rider, the heavy compressor, it brings all that high. Adding a Vital, I probably choose a Reese. Give it a little thickness, add some distortion, and actually I add we're going through breaks here. Add one of these over. I wish you could hear me auditioning, man. Beautiful. Once again, when I add the ESX, the ES2, and the Force, and I play them live, I'm going to record it all in one take and without practicing. So even though I wrote all this music, you and I are going to be experiencing music that I have never heard for the first time. Here I've taken the same clip and operator, and I'm just modulating different parameters in each one of the clips. So I'll just modulate a little more and make a copy, modulate a little more, make a copy. As you can hear, the growls are substantial. Finalize these in at least 2 of these 5 or 6 clips. I raised them up an octave, which you can hear now actually. Adding some more breaks and changing them a bit, changing the timing, changing the pitch, stretching them out with a new warp algorithm. Change it to complex, pitch it up, pitch it down. Sounds beautiful. Right about now I add an audio track and I'm going to start recording clips of different mixes with and without that's what I'm doing here. See, drums free, just the synths, just 4 and 8 bar and even 16 bar clips of various combinations of these clips that I've made. Right now I squeeze everything together. I selected all the clips and I changed them to follow action to randomly jump to another clip every 2 bars. Now I'm grabbing renders of these in 8 bars. Because it's random, I don't know exactly how it's going to sound. As you can hear, the results are astounding. Drums free. Amazing. Now I've grabbed all of the clips, I've turned the loop off, and I'm going to grab each one of these tracks and freeze them and flatten them. And then I'm going to go into the folders of Ableton Live. I'm going to find those clips that I've made, the frozen clips. I'm going to name them and dump them into the Force, and we're going to make some brand new music. Okay, so that last video and narration was filmed at 5 a.m. This morning, about 4 or 5, something like that. And I just recorded the Akai Force demo. Unfortunately, the Force has a scratchy volume pot, and so it's mostly an unwatchable video. I am going to chop a few of the pieces out so that you can see what I did. I need to get maybe a Roland MX1 or something so that I can bypass the Force's crappy scratchy volume pot. I thought that it was good, and it wasn't. It distorts all over the place, and you'll see what I mean. You'll still be able to watch a bit of the process, but it's not going to be as good as the first 2 videos. I guess I'm going to need to get it sussed before I play all 3 pieces at once. Anyway, there's not going to be any talking in this next portion just because I don't want to narrate over a scratchy, disgusting video. Hope everybody is having a great time watching these, and I will get things together before the final video. Be blessed.